When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad is... Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So North Carolina's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Off play action. That's reeled in. It's Bitonio. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Caught behind the line. It's Bitonio. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this one is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And here's the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Clemson's offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this offense comes up first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete out of the backfield. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. Off the RPO, complete. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. All wideouts, no backs. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Lanier. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. On fourth down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over San Diego State.
To the air, it's Fowler.
Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Power football with the run. Picks up a first down, still moving. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
A lot of quarterback. Much confidence. Tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
They'll send the back in motion. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on first down from the 43. Caught over the middle. It's Bitonio. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Fowler. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Nothing but green grass down the middle. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Looking to throw, it's Fowler. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. To the air on first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got his man on the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Never a doubt. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes with the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That's caught. It's Jones. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Punt is on its way. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. Looking for a man. It's Fowler. Unloads to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That slices the lead to 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Grabbed in the middle. It's Adams. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. The give from the gun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Gives it on the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The short hands. It's Adams. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. And guys, they miss a chance to stretch the lead. It's still sitting on a 2.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to throw. It's Fowler. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle. It's Bitonio. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kenan Memorial Stadium.
And the Tar Heels will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hits him inside the 20, still going. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Clemson jumps to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. He just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quick release on the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. Looking for the score. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Pulls and fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Looking downfield, it's Fowler. Tagged out of the air. Makes a guy miss and finally brought down at about the 25. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. Nestles it in at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Nestled just inside that right upright. They extend the lead to 5 here in the 3rd.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll run it from the gun. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Fowler. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got a man. It's Cobb. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Grabbed over the middle. It's Allen. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. And he'll be brought down. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he gets nothing. And this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on third down coming up? Do you want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread them out, maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to keep it? Or do you want to bring the big fellas in, go jumbo formation, and just try to impose your will?
Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 7 over NC State. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to pass, it's Fowler. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Going to look downfield again. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Jones. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Adams. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Looking for space, it's Church. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. On the move from inside is 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Quickly complete. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. To the air, it's Fowler. Fires to the big fella. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Going downfield for the big play. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. Gets it to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, North Carolina! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Takes a handoff. It's Church. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the running back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Jones. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking for a man. It's Fowler. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Blue. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Wants to throw again. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle. It's Bitonio. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.